Hello friends, I hope that this video finds you well this week. There are two things that I want to tell you about this week at City of Joy. The first is that construction on the secondary school is going very well. We're making a lot of progress and we will be ready for those kids to be on campus in a few weeks. We still don't know when the start of the new school year will be. The Ministry of Education has not yet released the calendar for this coming school year, but we'll be ready for those students when they come back. The second thing going on this week is that we are waiting. We are waiting for those national exam results to come out. And that's what I want to talk to you about this week. Why do we care so much about the scores that our kids get on the national exam? Does it even really matter? And the answer is sort of, I guess. As far as each student goes, no, it doesn't matter at all. Each kid is a masterpiece, uniquely created by God for a specific purpose. And so how one kid measures up against another kid doesn't matter at all. God is going to do what he wants to do with each kid. He has great plans for them that he's planned out long ago, and he is shaping them for that purpose. And so the national exam doesn't matter when it comes to each student. In another sense, it does matter quite a bit because City of Joy is doing something a little bit different than other schools in Rwanda. There's two general categories of school in Rwanda. The first is the international school. And this kind of school it's expensive. They use international curriculum and they are targeting the elite, influential type of people in Rwanda. And they are preparing students to go to international universities to study in Europe or to study in America. And they are targeting this socioeconomic elite group of people in Rwanda. And this is what most private schools in Rwanda are striving to be. The other type of school is a Rwandan government school. And these are schools that use Rwandan curriculum, and they're supported by the Rwandan government. And even at these schools, students have to pay for their books and their uniforms, and at most of them, some sort of small tuition to attend there. About a year ago, a small group of us from Joy Christian School met with the president of one of these elite schools in Kigali. And the president was very generous with his time and with his wisdom, and we're so thankful to be able to talk to someone who has gone ahead of us as we're trying to discern the future of Joy Christian School as we're establishing our secondary school. His assessment was that the gap between the elite schools on one end and the Rwandan government schools on the other end was just going to continue to increase over the next years because the elite schools are going to continue to excel and the Rwandan schools will continue to struggle. And he felt that Rwandans in general were going to become disillusioned with education and its unfulfilled promises for them. This view of education in Rwanda, to me, is completely unacceptable, and it still makes me angry. Joy Christian School doesn't fit in either one of these two categories. We are a private school. However, we use Rwandan national curriculum supplemented with some curriculum from the States. We do not serve the socioeconomically elite. We are serving village kids. We are serving the poorest of the poor in our community and in the country of Rwanda. And yet, we still hold a high academic standard, and we expect our kids to perform at the same level as kids from these elite institutions. And so because there isn't a model for a school like Joy Christian School, we need some sort of tool, like the national exam, that will help us to measure our progress toward our goal. And this is how we're doing so far. In 2019, as our first students finished 6th grade, they took the national exam, and 14 of our 19 students finished in the highest level, the Division 1, the highest level that you can finish in Rwanda. And only 3.9% of Rwandan students who took the same test finished at that level. And so what does all this mean? It means that we're on the right track. So even though our students are not among the socioeconomically elite, they can compete with the elite academically. It also means that we don't have to accept a future where the gap between the elite and village kids grows over the next 10 years. Rather, we can embrace a future where a village kid starts a multinational corporation, becomes a diplomat, becomes a professor, maybe even becomes a minister of education, or better yet, becomes the president of Rwanda. And at City of Joy, we are eager to share all that God has blessed us with the schools in the surrounding community. We want to see not only Joy Christian School kids excel and compete with the elite of Rwanda, but we want to see the rest of the kids in our community do the same. We want to see a future where not just 3.9% of kids finish in the top division, but we want to see a future where 39% of kids finish in that division. I really look forward to sharing with you again in another week or two when those national exam scores come out. I can't wait to tell you about how great our students are continuing to do. But until then, we are waiting for those results to come. So grace and peace to you. God bless you. Bye.
Hallelujah.